you had UFC Mexico, light years better than UFC London. Mexico said, hold our Corona, England. This is how it's done. The England crowd had no energy. The fighters had no energy. Terrible card, terrible crowd, right? Which is unusual for London. Usually London's popping. Mexico said, hold our tortilla, check this out, and they blew the roof off that place. Much better fights, too. I didn't mind the main event. Poor Drew Dober, he's one of my faves. Our boy Raul Rosa Jr. got in some dicey situations, but he's only getting better. And there was so much hype on him, and I think, he coming at 18 off the Contender Series? Now he's 20. He's still so young. These type of fights, these type of situations, a little bit of the limelight coming off of him so he can just focus on getting better is exactly what this kid needs. He's going to be so damn good. He's so young, so talented. You just let him cook. Let him cook. Take the eyeballs off him right now. Let him cook, you know? Rest card was good. Solid. These fight nights, it's just the UFC these days. You had another one this week, another fight night this weekend where there's one or two fights. The number one fight I wanted to see got pulled from the card. Pfeiffer not fighting.
Oh, yeah, Gosselin.
Yeah. And he said, have you seen his Instagram? He's like, I'm never fighting Mexico again. Dude, what did he get sick from the food? Did he say?
It just said sick. Let's see.
He probably chomped on some of that ice. Just want to say my heart is broken. I couldn't fight today. I got super sick. Hopefully we can reschedule the fight. Yeah, I bet they will. Unfortunately, come to the territory traveling outside the United States. Never again. My apologies. We'll be back. Yeah, maybe he had like a margarita. Maybe, some of that crushed ice. Yeah, what do they call it? Guadalajara Revenge or where the fuck it is when you eat that ice in Mexico. Who knows, dude? I'm with him, though. Dude, stay in the States. Philly boy, stay in the States. But that was the number one fight I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And then with my group text chat with some UFC guys, when they told me it was off, I'm like, I could care less about this card now. I still watched it, but I could care less. Could care less, man. T also had a game on Saturday, so I missed the prelims. So I had to go back and watch the prelims. But I saw all of the main card. Because Tiger had a game, then Bossy had a game right after. So your boy was at the park all day. All day. T played well. It's rec ball, man. It's rec ball. And it is not travel ball. There are some kids that should not be swinging the bat, and their liability, and they can't even catch. They're going to get hurt. So, I took the innocent away from T when I signed him up for travel ball, which is good and bad. It's just a different level, man. It's just a different level, but it is what it is. He has a game tonight, but it's like slight rain here. It's LA, man. People are bitches. They'll probably cancel the game. It's like a light drizzle. Like, since when? Fucking baseball, dude. Colorado, we weren't like this, man. I don't get it. Slight drizzle. Even T goes, there's no way we have a game. Like, well, hold on. Let's see what happens. Light drizzle. Light drizzle, dude. But the fight night this weekend, who is it? Emmett?
Yep. Yes.
And all they're doing, and this is what they do, there's some fun fights on there, though. This one's not terrible. Again, we're getting accustomed to kind of these lackluster fight nights, right? The UFC is just kind of like, yeah, you're going to take it. And they're right. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm not going to say shit. I'll take it. Boy, if these fans that just became fans over the pandemic, if they knew what the UFC was before, you have no idea how good we had it. Oh, my God. When the UFC was actually trying, it was tasty. Oh, you missed it all. The Conor come up. We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. My God. Now he's running for president of fucking Ireland and never fighting again. You know that. You me, Case, we're the big Conor lovers here. He's not fighting anymore.
Yeah, I was saying that after the Chandler fight was off.
Apparently he got offered to fight in Alcatraz, which take my fucking money. But he was like, nah, they didn't pay me my worth. I'm not doing it. He's like, I have another fight to fight, and it's running for president of Ireland. Everyone's like, he doesn't have a chance. You know what they're doing? Like, buddy, did you not learn from the Trump shit? You don't have to have a background in politics these days. Politics are not what you grew up with as a kid. It's not your dad's politics. Usually the most famous guy wins. Yeah, but he has this dark history. Did you not learn from Trump? He has some shit in his background too. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People just want to change. You're not voting for him to marry your daughter. You're just voting on something different. That's all it is. No one gives a fuck. And they're going to run on that and try and smear his name. None of that works. They tried their best. None of it works. So for those of you who think he doesn't have a shot, boy, you're mistaken. Guarantee he has a shot. Now, I know in America, our view of Conor might be different than the view of him in Ireland. I don't know that landscape. But if you don't think he has a shot, you have nothing coming. It's Conor McGregor. I hope he wins.
Yeah. The other thing I realized in watching all the BKFC like post-fight stuff, and it seems like Conor doesn't need to fight, doesn't want to fight, whatever. But it seems like his new goal is like he wants to beat Dana White. Like that's his competition now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is a good North Star to have.
Yeah.
Good luck, man. Heavy lies the crown. Good fucking luck. You can do it, though. You can tell that guy can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he wins. It'd be fascinating. Good luck, dude. I'd vote for him. The fight night this weekend, where are we at? UFC Apex, of course. Josh Emmett, not mad at that. Murphy, they're good. That's the thing. They're good fights. They're better than anything else you're going to see. So the UFC has you by the nuts. It's better than anything, any other product you're going to see out there. I know it's not these big famous names. The casuals don't know. They're good fights, man. Overall, it's good fights. London sucked, but the fighters are good. The crowd just, wasn't into it. Shit happens. They're good fights. Brad Tavares, Gerald Meerschaert. All right, take my money. Mm-hmm. Davey Grant, take my money.
He's always fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, decent card.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Decent card. Decent card. What else you got, Chin?
What did you think of the fights last week? Especially Moreno versus Usyk.
Usyk is that guy who'll always be a top 5 guy, will never be champ. He just doesn't have that sense of urgency, almost that killer instinct. He's almost too cerebral. He's almost like Corey Sandhagen, where they're so cerebral. He just never went for broke. Like you could tell he was down minimum 3 rounds to 1, going in the 5th. You're like, okay, bud, like let's go out on your shield, and just never. There's certain guys, they just don't have that capability. Where if they're not winning by decision, they don't have the capability of finishing anybody. It's very similar to Strickland, right? Like if he gets behind on the scorecards, he's kind of screwed. Don't have knockout power. He's not going to submit you, but they usually get wins because they're banking rounds. They're banking rounds with their style. Their defense is great. Fundamentally they're super sound. Can't really take them down, but they're just not. They're not going to finish you with one shot.
Yeah.
Like if you think of like Derek Lewis, I know it's heavyweight, but it's like even that Volkov fight. You're like, yeah, he's losing, but if he just lands one, this thing's fucking over. Sure enough, dude was losing every second of that fight, except for the last 10 seconds. He's like, okay, wins the fight. You're not going to see that from these other guys. They just don't have the capability. It's just not in their DNA. It's just not what they do. Steve Ursyk's fun to watch, but just that dog, that killer instinct to finish the fight's just not there.